Hey, hi, hello, welcome to Kit and Kajira Gaming. Welcome if you are new, you can call me KK. And today we're going to go ahead and take a final look at my almost fully decorated plaza before I start decorating it for spooky season. Now, hopefully, fingers crossed, DLV does start bringing out their fall and pumpkin items, whether that's premium shop items or the in-game mini events. Hopefully they bring them out soon so I can start transforming my plaza into spooky season. I am so excited for this season. It is honestly my favorite season of all. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to tour the plaza. Now, if you do follow me over on Twitch and here on YouTube when I am live streaming, you have already seen what my plaza looks like every Wednesday when I'm over here running around doing DLV things. And there is one section that is not decorated that I will talk about when we get there. But let's go ahead, turn this camera around, and see just what my almost fully decorated plaza looks like. So this is what it is currently sitting at right now. And everything that I started designing in here was meant to be kind of like a suburban-ish area with a tiny little city core area over on the left. I could also be using that core thing wrong, but I did my best. I did what was aesthetically pleasing to me and what would be easy to rearrange should the notion pick up. This is the view right from Dreamlight Castle. So we have our well dead center, and then of course we have the city-like area to the left, and then we have some houses over to the right. But let's go ahead and start on the left. So as we walk down the ramp from the Dreamlight Castle onto the platform where the well is, on our left-hand side, we're going to enter our city area. And the first shop that we're going to end up coming to is going to be Scrooge's shop. So he's just kind of sitting here, nothing fancy about his shop. I did end up putting one of these little like Scrooge McDuck store signs that I think you got from a quest of his at the very, very beginning. I just pointed it directly at his shop because it's just a nod to what we did originally in the quest where we had to place a bunch of those signs to point towards his shop. As we follow this pathway around over here on the right hand side, right outside Scrooge, there is just this little bench underneath a Dreamlight fruit tree and another little sign that points to Scrooge. The sidewalk does branch off over here to Chez Remy, and if you continue following the pathway, we do have this small outdoor seating area for those at Remy's that does not want to dine inside because the weather is currently nice, like it is right now in Southern California. We had a week of a heat wave where it was triple digits and I was dying. So now that we're back into the high 80s, it actually feels really nice outside. So right around Remy's and Scrooge, I just kept it pretty simple with some trimmed hedges. And I do have right outside of Remy's a little coffee cart and this clock. This is one of the clocks that you have to make. This is the one that takes forever. And I will go ahead and list on this screen exactly what is required to craft this clock, but it is in your crafting menu if you guys want to build this clock. If you continue forward to where you get a dead end, you have the Oasis pool fenced in with some white picket fencing, and you have Daisy's Touch of Magic shop over here in this little corner. I actually kind of think she fits perfectly as a little corner piece. And if we walk around to the side of Daisy, we just have this pathway that does lead us into the Forest of Valor, which we will tour at a later date. So be sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when I do end up posting a tour of my Forest of Valor before I tear it down. We're going to circle around to the front of Daisy's and continue following along this pathway to the Monsters Inc. apartment. This is a premium house skin. This is not the apartment that Mike and Sully come in. This was a house skin that was released quite a bit ago. I think they also brought it back right around the time that Mike and Sully were released. So hopefully they bring it back for you again. There is nothing sitting over here. I think at one point I did have a bunch of trees or something over here, but I don't remember what it was, and it's been blank for so long that I couldn't even tell you what it was. Following this pathway around from the apartment, we do have Remy's house. I think just having his house and the Monsters Inc. apartment was such a perfect nod to what it would look like in city blocks. And again, over in this area, it is empty. I did have a bunch of trees over here. I don't know why I took them out, but they're just not there anymore. We're going to continue on the pathway past the hedges, the very neatly trimmed hedges, come to a four-way intersection. So if we look to our right, we are greeted with the Dreamlight Castle. This is such a pretty view right here. I love how those trees and the lights from one of the Winter Star Pass. It was the Winter Star Pass of 2023. I just love how they look here. It is just such a beautiful shot. And if we turn to the left, we are greeted with our entrance into the Peaceful Meadow, which honestly, between the Peaceful Meadow and Forest of Valor, they are my two most favorite builds that I've completed. But we're not going to go to either of those areas. We're going to travel straight forward into our little neighborhood. This is Little Suburbia area. So we do have these wrought iron fencing areas. We're going to ignore what's behind me. We'll talk about that in a minute. So we are first greeted with Minnie's house, and as we walk towards Mickey's house, over in this little corner over here, we have a tiny garden because Mickey and Minnie have mentioned quite a few times ad nauseum. They do enjoy gardening together, so I just planted a couple of vegetables there, and those vegetables will be switched out to fall-time vegetables if I keep this layout. We are greeted in this corner over here with Mickey's house on the left and Daisy's house over here on the right. I kind of wish her house style was a little more like Mickey and Minnie's with the roofing tiles, but I do understand from, I think, the dev talks and stuff that they ended up crafting her house in what it looks like in Toonland in Disney. This fountain right here never works.
Devs, can you get this, like, get your act together, please?
I'm fairly certain this is the fountain that you can craft as well. We're going to finish up this tour on the back side of Daisy's house, but before we do, on this left-hand side, right next to Mickey's, we just have this fountain and a little seating area and some craftable flower pots, and we're going to ignore those rocks that are over there. Along the back side of Minnie's house, of course, we have some more trimmed hedges, and now we come to the part that I said I didn't really want to talk about earlier. So this area over here is one that is to the right of the Dreamlight Castle. If you are facing the Peaceful Meadow, it's blank. This is completely empty, save for the 3 end of summer event pink marshmallow bushes that have spawned here. I did not move them. These are the exact spots they spawned. Before they spawned here, though, I did have a beautifully decorated portal area. I used to have my portal over here, and it was just so beautifully decorated. But since I ended up keeping my portal towards the Forgotten Lands, because that's where my Treasure Valley house is, it ended up moving. And then eventually I ended up completely destroying what was over here because I wanted a dream snap, more specifically, this dream snap, with the castle in the background, and I just never finished decorating it. It's just staying this way. But I cannot wait to decorate this little area for fall and spooky season. I have so many ideas on how to turn the plaza into the perfect Disney World Halloween spooktacular, even though I've never been. So it's all going to be based off of my aesthetics and based off of photos I find online. Let's go ahead and let's roll some B-roll footage before my final thoughts. And that is going to complete my tour of the plaza as we get ready for Spookyween. I'm so excited. I know I said that in the beginning. I'm going to be saying it quite a lot. It is my favorite season of all, and I can't wait to start decorating. Let me know in the comments down below what is your favorite holiday or your favorite season, and are you going to be decorating or redecorating any part of your valley in response to the upcoming seasons? I've said this time and time again, my B-roll footage is starting to get really lackluster because whenever you try to use the controller mode, DLV will put that stupid hand in the middle. So trying to use your mouse does make it stutter a bit, and I'm so sorry. I really wish they fixed it, but that is their solution because apparently, quote unquote, that is what everybody wanted.
It is not what we wanted.
But as I said earlier, if you guys are enjoying this type of content, including all other Cozy Game content, be sure to give this video a great big thumbs up. It really and truly does help me in the algorithm. And don't forget, click that subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll go ding in your inbox every time I post. I do also live stream over here on YouTube and on Twitch quite a few days during the week. So be sure to also follow me on all social media accounts linked down below. That's Twitch, Twitter, and Discord for my updated schedule on video releases and when I'll be going live. While you are down in that description box, if you are looking for a like-minded community, be sure to check out the 2 amazing Facebook groups I have linked down below. The first one is Dreamlight Valley Adults After Dark, which is a 21 and up DLV Facebook group where we have games, prizes, giveaways, and so much more. And the other group is Dreamlight Gamers, formerly known as Dreamlight Valley Multiplayerverse. It is a 18 and up family-friendly style TLV group. We also do all the same things as Adults After Dark. It's just not as spicy, but both groups are so insanely fun. I hope to see you guys over there. I am a small-time content creator looking to grow her channel in 2024, and I hope you guys will continue on this journey with me. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys!